If you are in the market for a table saw, you may want to own a true European sliding table saw. My name is Harry, and today I would like to introduce you the new Hammer K3 sliding table saw edition. These machines come in 4 beautiful sizes. Here you see our baby with 31-inch sliding table stroke and a 31-inch rib capacity. There is a model available with 31-inch sliding table and 48-inch capacity. And over here you see a 48-inch sliding table and the 48-inch rib capacity. Our giant model you can see here. This machine comes with a 79-inch sliding table stroke and a 48-inch rib capacity. Believe it or not, European machines usually come with 3-phase motors. The Hammer K3 US edition comes with a very powerful 4 horsepower single-phase motor. That means for you, no matter which power supply you have got in your home, there is always the right version available. And it's enough power for all applications. Now I would like to show you the saw aggregate. Now, what is the major difference between a cabinet saw and a true European sliding table saw? The major difference is, on a cabinet saw, the splitter normally sits on the machine chassis. That means it has to be removed when making non-through cuts. On the Hammer machine, the riving knife sits on the saw unit. That means it not only goes up and down, it also tilts together with the blade. And that means you increase safety because there is no chance of kickback. Hammer machines usually come with 2 dust extraction ports. There is one inside of the machine, it's a 5-inch port. And there is one on top of your riving knife. And that means for you, all the dust goes directly into the dust extraction unit and not back into the air. And that means for you, clean machine, clean workshop, clean air, and that's what you breathe, isn't it? By the way, there are reduction pipes and quick connectors available to fit all the different types of hoses, such like 4-inch hoses, for example. Did you realize Hammer offers you easy and comfortable access to the saw blade? No matter where this blade is located, it's always easy to change. All you need is an Allen key and an open wrench. And I'd like to show you how easy that goes. I don't have to bend my back into the machine. I don't have to go down to my knees. It is done in a couple of seconds. And this is the blade. Now you see here, this is a 30mm arbor. We need that for our maximum blade diameters of 12 inches. And this gives you a clean 4-inch cut, which is more than most machines can offer you. Now that requires a heavy-duty construction. And here you see 2 pins. These pins hold the blade safely in place while the brake is active. You may now think that these blades are only available from European suppliers. Now that is wrong. These blades can be bought from local suppliers all throughout the United States. So you can choose your favorite supplier of your choice. As on many saws, also the Hammer saw blade is driven by a belt. But this is not just a regular flat belt. It's not a V-belt, it is a poly V-belt with tiny little V sections. That means for you, it does not slip and the power is fully transmitted from the motor to the blade where it should be. If you work with laminated or veneered boards, you want a clean, tear-free cut, wouldn't you? Hammer machines are optionally available with scoring units. On the 79-inch model, this scoring unit is standard. With this hand wheel, you can adjust the saw blade height. As mentioned before, the maximum cutting capacity is 4 inches, which is more than most machines can offer you. With this conveniently to reach hand wheel, you can set the angle between 90 and 45 degrees. It is worth to mention that there are positive stops in 90 degrees and 45 degrees. That means for you, you don't have to check these 2 positions. Now I would like to show you the Hammer rib table and the rib fence. On this particular model, we have a 48-inch rib capacity. That means for you, you can cut an 8x4 sheet into halves. This rib fence moves on a solid, heavy-duty steel bar. and it has got a full round clamping. It's made of cast aluminium, that means it does not flex, there is no sideways movement, and it's always perfectly accurate. Now, not only the big pieces, also the small and narrow pieces can be a real challenge. I would like to show you why. Do you see the problem? It is very difficult to feed the timber through because there is almost no room left. Now, Hammer has got a solution to that problem. Now you have a low edge, and now it's child play to feed a piece of timber through the machine, and there is no chance for the saw blade to collide with the fence even when working in an angle. And to avoid that the timber gets trapped between saw blade and fence, you just slide it back behind the center of the blade. That's what a pro would do. It is worth to mention that all this can be done without the use of tools. Now, the scale on both the rib table and on the crosscut fence is below the table surface to ensure that it doesn't get scratched or damaged. You can read the measurement even after thousands of cuts. This scale is also adjustable in length, it is movable, so you can adjust it always precisely to the curve of your saw blade. A fine adjustment is available for your rib fence. It can be added on purchase or as a retrofit. Now I would like to show you the heart and soul of your Hammer sliding table saw, and this is the sliding table. The slider is designed in a way that it slides easily, regardless of the load, even if it's heavy. The operator is always standing next to the blade and not in front of the blade like on a regular cabinet saw. The sliding table can be locked in center position, and now you can use your Hammer K3 like a regular cabinet saw with an additional surface. This sliding table takes any workpiece size, as you can see here, and you have your hands always safely away from the blade. Depending on the model you choose, there is a 31-inch, a 48-inch and a 79-inch table available. However, even on our smallest model, you can cross-cut a standard US cabinet door with 24 inches. However, if you work with the long table, you can cross-cut a 6.5 by 6.5 sheet. And therefore, we recommend the use of an outrigger table, which is available on all Hammer machines. On this machine, it is standard. What is most important is what you can see here. Your Hammer table passes along the saw blade. That means it gives you a long, clear, chip-free cut. And for straight line ripping, you can arrange the board along this edge, giving you a clear preview of your cut. That means for you minimize the offcuts. And now I would like to show you the crosscut fence. The crosscut fence is adjustable for any miter between 90 and 45 degrees. And also this miter scale is below the table surface and it cannot be scratched. The most important part is this. It's a 90-degree stop that always guarantees a perfect square cut. Now if you look at the scale, this scale is beveled. That means it always faces towards the operator. No matter of the size of your workpiece, you always have a clear view onto the scale from almost any perspective. There is numerous accessories available on your Hammer K3 sliding table saw, such like table extensions. They are available in various lengths, and with these table extensions you can adapt your machine so that it always fits to the workpiece size. It makes working with large sheets a lot easier, more comfortable and more safe. There is an edging shoe for straight line ripping. This edging shoe holds the timber safely in place. On the other end, there is a very important accessory. It's an eccentric clamp. With this eccentric clamp, you can hold down any workpiece to the table. Finally, I would like to point out a couple of things that are important at arriving at any investment decision. If you are on the market for a decent table saw, a sliding table saw, and I know there is a lot of choices, but please do not just look at the initial costs. You should rather take the operating costs into consideration. For instance, costs for help. Now, with the hammer table extension system that you see here, with the outrigger table and the big surfaces, you won't create any costs for help as you would have on other machines. How does it look with setup and tear down time? The easy to remove or the easy to change saw blade and in general the ease of use of your hammer machine doesn't create any costs for setting up and tear down. Precision is important because with a precise machine you will escape all the costs for scrap. This machine doesn't produce any scrap. The next thing is maintenance. Maintenance can really hurt you if it's the wrong decision. Now, a hammer machine is virtually maintenance free. That means there are almost no wearing parts and therefore no maintenance costs. Above all, you should consider the machine's resale value. Hammer machines are made out of best quality materials. Cast iron tables, cast iron components, quality aluminium components. Quality control and state-of-the-art design made in Austria gives it an unbeatable resale value. Hammer machines are highly valued even after decades. And these are the reasons why most buyers choose hammer machines hands down. For more information, please check out our webpage on www.hammerusa.com. Thanks for watching and enjoy your woodworking!